Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist, holding professional record, 18 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Detroit, Michigan, Kevin the Motown Phenom Lee. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Behind the black line, guys. Back.
Impossible to have more confidence than Kevin Lee in his abilities and his trajectory going forward. He's ready to back up his talk tonight as he returns to the octagon for the first time in about a year and a half. Underway, Kevin Lee is in the white. He's a -150 favorite in the matchup. D-Rod in the gray.
Ooh, the body kick to open with.
As I said before in the walks, it's crazy that this fight has flown under the radar the way that it has. D-Rod, as we said, the man's a natural fighter. Whether it's in a ring, in the cage, in the streets, in prison, whatever. The man likes to fight, and he's good, and he's technical, and he's got the right mindset. And then on the flip side, Kevin Lee, he's always been world championship material. He's got the skills, he's got the mindset, he's got everything that you need, but he's just been lacking. I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Sometimes the gas tank, sometimes the mentality, but the potential has always been there, and he's always in exciting fights. And for those people that aren't sat where we are, when Bruce Buffer was doing the call-outs, they were jawing at one another. Security was keeping a good eye on them, and they're getting off to a good start. This is going to be a good fight.
See the hand speed there from Rodriguez. But Kevin Lee coming out early with a lot of kicks. He definitely looks bigger, filled out for the 170-pound weight class. Looking good. Was originally supposed to be in here with Sean Brady.
Right.
Then Kevin Lee was out. Then Sean was out. And now here we are with Rodriguez, who's obviously been in shape. He's been very active. And a very interesting matchup. I mean, like Michael said before in the walks, I mean, this is a fight that has flown under the radar in this card. It's quite the card, actually. This is a good card.
It's been fun so far. 5-round main event tonight later. Edson Barboza, Liga Shikadze.
I keep forgetting.
So,
And what we're seeing the difference here between the two styles, you're seeing D-Rod chipping away with the leg kicks. Obviously, he's got that heavy Muay Thai influence. So he's just going to keep chipping away like that. And that's, they're not show stealers, but they're going to pay dividends. They're going to add up. They're going to slow down the movement of Kevin Lee.
Lots of patience. Ooh, Kevin Lee goes for a big overhand right now. The real question is going to be not if, but when. Unless he lands out, I was going to say, when is he going to shoot?
Yeah.
And here we are. We see it. Let's see how Daniel Rodriguez holds up here. This is truly going to be the test of this fight right here.
Yeah, the wrestling from Kevin is a big, it's a big advantage for Kevin.
So far, so good from Rodriguez. One attempt down. Good inside leg kick there, and like you, not overextending himself on it. Just chops that inside leg.
Division II National Tournament qualifier at Grand Valley State for Kevin Lee. He was 37-0 as a senior, but he actually dropped out of school right after wrestling season. Says, I'm just going to go be an MMA fighter. Moved out to Las Vegas, trained under the late great Robert Follis at Extreme Couture. He stayed with that camp as he still resides in Las Vegas, but he's got Firas Zahabi in the corner. Was nice. For the camp. Gets the fight to the ground.
That was very, very nicely done. Well executed. That was in half guard here. And as we said, Rodriguez is very good on the feet. The ground, I'm not saying he's not good on the ground, but it's certainly a weaker area. He's not known for the ground.
After tonight's main event, don't miss a recap of all the action on the UFC Fight Night post show on ESPN Plus. Karen Bryant, Dean Thomas, Alan Joban will break it all down. Plus, Brett Okamoto has exclusive interviews with the big winners of the night. It's only on ESPN Plus. Coming up on a minute to go, round one. Lee top position. Rodriguez was not concerned. He was getting ready for a fight against Abubakar Nurmagomedov in July. That fight ultimately didn't happen. He fought Preston Parsons, got a TKO in the first round, but he spent a lot of that camp working on defensive wrestling, and he'll need it here.
Yeah, that's right. That's why he said I'm not concerned about the wrestling attacks of Kevin because he was getting ready for a Rubicon. And that said, doesn't mean you're not going to get taken down.
Right.
But unfortunately for him, Kevin.
Yeah, we're talking about Kevin Lee, who's been calling out all of these crazy Russian Dagestani wrestlers.
Yep.
He's been wanting these guys. I mean, I remember watching his fight when he was fighting in Belfast, and he was calling out all those guys, calling out Habib. He's wanted to test his wrestling against these top Dagestani wrestlers and Sambo fighters for a long time.
And he was happy to go against Gregor Gillespie. Turned out he didn't need any wrestling.
Yeah, beautiful head kick, my goodness.
To the head, his biggest career highlight thus far. Stay in top position after he used that one takedown.
Daniel's got to be careful because he's trying to pass to Mount. The half guard on the right leg of Kevin is absolutely essential. Fortunately for him, the round's going to end. They'll start back on the field.
Incredible comeback this week. The team didn't settle for the loss. Check this.
Relax, fellas. The screen's working fine. But look how quick you were to try and fix it. So when things start thinning on top, why are we men so quick to hide it? Through Mosh, you can seek treatment for your hair loss 100% online. For personalized, affordable, and clinical hair loss treatment delivered to your door. Get Mosh. Men's health made easy.
Hi, Katie. I'm future Katie. Well, hi, Sue. You're about to discover Before Pay and access your pay from the future today, just in time for the big day. Oh, look, there's Gary, and he's early. So I could just ask you, me, for an advance to cover my half of the bill? Half? Pay for the whole enchilada. You're in charge in this relationship. Oops. Spoiler alert. Lobster looks good.
Before pay at your command.
Incredible action in the Octagon continues next Saturday on ESPN Plus. It's a special daytime event. England's greatest mixed martial arts superstar Darren Till battles the oncoming force of Derek Brunson, big time middleweight bout at 4 Eastern, and the entire fight night is live and exclusive on ESPN Plus.
You can't even stop. You can't even.
Sorry about that, Michael. The one who's still fighting. That's what I meant. The one who's still fighting. I didn't write the copy.
I know, I'm kidding. There's only one Darren Till.
I felt your stare. All right, here we go.
Rod landed there.
Show you the live odds. They've swelled in favor of Kevin Lee after 2 minutes of ground control time in the takedown. Corner liked his patience in round 1. A little extracurricular on the way up for these guys.
Yeah, they were having some words there. Was it Kevin Lee that was saying it, or Rodriguez?
Yeah, no, it was Kevin.
Yeah, let me
Talking
know.
a little smack at the end of the round.
I mean, you see Rodriguez is having a lot of success out here in the open, but if Kevin can do what he did for round 1 and get that takedown, he can change the round and change the fight completely.
Should mention Daniel Rodriguez calls Las Vegas home at the moment. Native of Los Angeles, plan is to go back to California, but he just wants to keep traveling, keep growing. As a fighter, he trained at the BMF Ranch with Cowboy Cerrone and the team down there, and now he's at Syndicate MMA just up the street. Another shot from Lee, unsuccessful so far.
Yeah, but he's still in on it. He's still got his hands locked, and that is why Kevin Lee is so dangerous. The way he's flowing through this, he's still on these legs. He's gonna I think he's gonna get this takedown. There it is. He's on the neck as well.
Yeah, Daniel
Nice
had
job.
the underhook, but he let go of it, and that was a crucial mistake that he made. Allowed Kevin back into it, and this is where he was a moment ago in the first round. The reality is he looked a little, I don't want to say lost, but he didn't look over the top.
Oh, this is trouble. Kevin takes the back.
This is huge.
With a body triangle.
Nice.
Nice reversal from Rodriguez.
A little bit of slip up there from Kevin. He didn't secure that position quite as strong as he may have wanted. Ends up on his back. Big opportunity for Rodriguez here on top.
I think that was the Modelo sign.
By the way, guys, that is the fence. Don't be tweeting at us, telling us that's us.
Also got to mention, Kevin Lee has come back from 2 knee injuries, knee surgeries in the time that he's been away. So he has really battled adversity in his time away. Looking good so far. Got back to his feet.
Snapping his jab right now.
Oh, a nice right cross from Lee.
Both guys landed there, actually. Nice movement there from Rodriguez. Lands his left hand and then circles off so he's out of the way of that kick from Kevin Lee. Good jab as well. We see Kevin Lee's always got to manage his energy levels, right? He's been known to slow a bit, and he doesn't want to do that, especially at welterweight, carrying extra size, carrying extra muscle. He can't afford to do that against some of these guys. And there's some really strong grapplers and wrestlers in this division as well that are going to be able to keep this kind of a pace and this grappling pace, more so than even Daniel Rodriguez.
Well, at the end of the first round, the corner even said, oh, we got clipped there. This corner even said, great job staying patient.
Yep.
So obviously they talked about him pacing himself. But right now, Rodriguez just landed with a nice right hook. Definitely got Kevin's attention.
Yeah, every time he shakes his head, it's more so just affirming that he got hit with the shot.
Yep.
We see that happen all the time. He's not the only one to do it. A lot of fighters are trying to play mind games. It's part of the game. Let him know you didn't hurt me. Even if he did, you know?
And sometimes they haven't. You know, sometimes they'll literally say, no, that didn't hurt. But a lot of the time they are saying the opposite. Kevin starting to get a little desperate there, swinging a little wild. Got to keep it nice and neat.
Yeah, really, really good angle changes. They're really subtle from Rodriguez. Little slip off left hand. Nice job there from Lee.
Oh, nice left.
That left is sharp. See how he's out of the way. Especially when you're facing an orthodox fighter, you're the southpaw. He knows to cut that angle. The boxing's looking sharp tonight from Rodriguez.
Can't rush in. Survive. Short time here with 15 seconds left.
We saw that happen in that Barboza fight. Kevin Lee got rocked with a spinning hook kick, and he was still able to manage to get the fight to the ground, but he's going to lose this round.
Big shots from Rodriguez. Can he end it? Lee hanging on. Round 3 is coming up.
Yep.
Looking for a great way to shave your head in 90 seconds with no nicks or cuts? Check out the all-new Pitbull from Skull Shaver. You can shave anytime, anywhere, wet or dry, and be done in 90 seconds. What are you waiting for? Available at Shaver Shop.
Oh yes, get excited for Sportsbet's UFC Multi-Builder. Find all the UFC markets in the one spot and combine your selections for some big odds. Make it a multi with Sportsbet.
I was fighting Nick. I never met him before that. It was a tough fight. So we get in the ambulance and I think that's done. And then we go to the hospital and stop.
It's ridiculous. I'm over here, all you people ever was watching me fight,
I think Nick's missing some screws, man. Something's wrong with that guy.
I'm not playing games, I'm not acting out here. This is as real as it gets.
Much better round there for Daniel Rodriguez. He looked good in the opening of the first, but then here he really wobbles Kevin Lee with a left hand. Kevin Lee survives, able to get in on that shot, and that is always in his back pocket, the fact that he can wrestle like that, even when he's rocked to that point. The legs just went out from under him. And we've seen Kevin Lee face that adversity before in the Barboza fight. He got rocked bad in a fight that he was dominating, but he was still able to manage to get in, get on the legs, and get the fight to the ground.
Huge swing in the live odds as Rodriguez near minus 300 now after he was an underdog after round 1. T. Thomas, what do you got?
Now, one thing that Faraz said that stood out to me was he told Kevin he needed to have movement. And I agree with him because Kevin needs to use his legs more and attack from angles. Because as he goes straight in, he's having to deal with the weight. That's going to wear him out because he's used to dealing with 55ers. He's a welterweight now. He can't go in straight. He's got to use his leg to create angles to go in.
Rodriguez starting to put things together here.
Yeah, he's really connecting.
Yeah, the left hand is just money. You can't miss with that, seemingly. There's definitely one piece coming into this third round
There's
as well.
the shot, though.
That's what Kevin needs if he's going to win this fight. Take down. Massive smack down again.
Another left hand there from Rodriguez. He's just landing at will on the feet. And he keeps angling off, and he's got to do that. If he's going to be successful in this third round in a very close fight, he's got to keep cutting those angles against the traditional fighter in Kevin Lee. If he stands in front of him and moves to his left too much, that's going to open up the double leg.
Yeah, you see the way that Rodriguez every time steps off to the right on the angle, getting out the way of danger, picking away with the jab, beautiful left hand, and he's really turning on the pressure, and that was a heavy low kick.
Wow,
Nice leg kick there from Kevin Lee.
He's going to shoot. Yeah, turn the tables perhaps with that leg kick because Rodriguez's volume was just starting to add up.
This takedown is absolutely paramount if Kevin Lee's going to win this fight.
Yeah.
He's on the feet, he's losing. On the ground, he's winning. And if he can keep him here, he may steal this fight.
Yeah, this is urgency for sure for Daniel Rodriguez to get back up to his feet.
But he's giving him the back. That's what he needs to do. Push on the head. Push on the head. Keep his head down low and try and get back to his feet. But he's going to give up his back if he's not careful.
You know what else is important too, Michael, is Kevin Lee also can't just rely on getting this takedown. He's got to get the control time and land the damage. If he lets Rodriguez just pop back up to his feet, it kind of nullifies the whole situation. It was just a change in position.
Paul, we saw in Rochester when he last fought a welterweight against Rafael Dos Anjos, he was chasing takedowns late in the fight, and if he couldn't get him, he was just totally out of gas. Scores that one in the third round, but now Rodriguez back to his feet. We'll see what Lee does.
Yeah, this is a crucial moment in this fight right now. That's huge for Rodriguez. A lot of confidence beaming off of him right now, knowing that on the feet he's dominating. That leg kick was solid from Lee, but other than that, it's all Rodriguez.
Heavy hands there by Rodriguez. And yeah, he did a fantastic job getting back to the feet. And that will take some of the will out of Kevin Lee. Thought he had it in the bag there, had it down on the floor, he had good position. Rodriguez did a great job of getting up.
Final 2 minutes of the fight as Rodriguez becoming the aggressor. Lee just out of the way of that big swing. The jab lands.
And I think a knee for Rodriguez, if he were to just feint, because he moves off to the right beautifully, but when he doesn't, Kevin Lee then seeks the opportunity to shoot. If he pumps that knee out there as Kevin Lee is ducking his level, it'll be a lights out.
Kevin's going to throw his hands down. He's kind of abandoned it. He's just throwing out the odd jab or singular shot here and there. He needs to throw some combinations. You know, he's a powerful guy. He's a big welterweight now. He's strong. You can see the muscle of the guy. Believe in himself. Believe in his power. Because right now I'm not seeing that. He's going to let go with the hands and do it with belief.
Final minute, and how about the effort from Daniel Rodriguez thus far on 2 weeks' notice?
Insane. Look how good he is. The takedown defense holding up, not expecting to be in here tonight, just fought recently, stepping in on 2 weeks, and doing this to a veteran like Kevin Lee. This would be a humongous win for Daniel Rodriguez, looking beautiful on the feet.
He's a real player at welterweight. Anybody in the know knew that this guy was a fast rising welterweight. Tonight is just proving it.
He just missed with that one there. He's putting on the pressure, trying to get this finish.
Still throwing punches and punches. Kevin Lee trying to fire back with power. Final 10 seconds. Oh, look over at the clock and look out. T-Rod almost attacked. Final swings, final seconds.